AI can generate sources and information. Can we trust it? This month, we're tackling around AI and plagiarism. On the last episode, we talked about is it safe from plagiarism if you use AI? But today, we're going to talk about something else. Let's start with Tanya dong, Prof. Professor, tanya dong, sometimes AI can generate sources and information. Can we trust it?
Yes, this is always a good question. Can you trust the source? It actually doesn't matter if it's AI, if it's a book, if it's an article, the same question arises. How do I know what I'm reading is actually accurate? It actually is truthful. This is a very difficult thing to explore because you have to think about it. Sometimes you have to check some things within it against other kinds of sources. So often in writing, we talk about triangulation, where you have a piece like this, you have another source over here, you have a third source over here, and all three agree on this particular fact. Now, it could still be wrong, but you've increased the likelihood that it's actually correct or helpful to you in this context. There's a sense as well in which we have to keep in mind too that knowledge changes over time. So depending on when the source was put into that AI that it's drawing on, right? Some of the things that are in AI are from the 18th century, the 17th century. Sometimes something might be expressed in there that is actually known to be false and has been known as being false for 200 or more years. So when you think about your sources, it's important to be able to check them. We do know recently, because of some experiments that have been done, that there are a few current AI products on the market that actually made up phony references in the citations it used. It cited it in the manuscript, and then at the end, it created the bibliography. And in fact, none of those sources that it listed, including periodical articles, peer-reviewed journals, none of those actually exist. It created it. So it's important to be, question to yourself. Typically, when we're outside of AI and you have access to a library, you look at who is the publisher. If it's an academic publisher, chances are it's been peer-reviewed by many people before that book was actually published. If it's self-published, well, could I say more? If I write it myself and I release it on the market, the whole thing could be a lie. Total fabrication. But I put my name on it. You should trust me. Trust me. This is what we sometimes hear a lot of tech companies say. Basically, trust me. I'm very much a proponent of trust, then verify. Check. Check other sources, check other things before you run with this. Same way people use theories all the time in their papers, and they never ask themselves, how old is the theory? When did it originate? Who originated it? And what do scholars now think of this theory? Because I can tell you every day, even in classrooms, people are citing a theory that no one believes in that field anymore. But it's still being taught to students as something really, really important to pay attention to. Whereas it's really more like something that matters if you want to know how the history of this idea has changed over time. Yeah, then it's important to know that. But if you're teaching it as the theory we should rely on right now, well, some of these theories that are being taught still in business schools or other schools are actually 40, 50, 60 years old. They've been given up on a long time ago as being inadequate to explain what we're trying to explain in the world around us.
That's a really great answer, Professor. So students, if your AI gives you some sources or information, please do recheck it. Stay tuned for our next episode where we explore deeper into AI originality and research integrity. See you next time in Tanya Prof.